Hello everyone, today we're playing Bastion. I heard that it's a very special game and I hope you will enjoy it. Let's start.
Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend, just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
I really like that the ground is getting built as you walk and that you can destroy pretty much everything you see.
It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view. He sets foot inside one of Zealandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery, gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
And top right is your currency, I think. Look. I want to show you because I'm gonna put the camera here. So this window
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner. He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
So right here we have all the weapons we found so far, and I'm gonna go with the bow. And let's see what this is.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. Ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The bastion's real close now. Takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. puts him out of his misery. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. Toward the bastion.
I think you were meant to fall here.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
You were meant to fall. If you fall in this game,
did anybody else survive?
You end up being where you need to.
Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me.
So, I wanna say that the graphics of this game, the art is really pretty already, and the music is amazing.
We talk for a spell. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. There's a bit of the bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. I tried to let the kid down gently. This is the bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up. And just like that, the bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
So, we found this crystal, and when we put it at the center of this base, the bastion, I think, basically, now we can build.
Kid ponders what to build. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
And when you go up in level, you get more slots.
Cinder brick stout sure goes down smooth, then stays in your gut like a rock. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Kid can fine-tune those instruments of his.
So So we found a forge, and this is pieces of stuff we found earlier, and we can upgrade weapons basically.
Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch.
Percy the Snitch.
Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
So you can see we get XP from killing stuff, from killing bags, and from picking
He
up
heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time.
lots of stuff.
Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town.
So we found another core.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole.
Let's check
He
here.
heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag Alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel.
So they call these creatures enemies scumbags, and it's hilarious.
The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. They always said old Gershel wouldn't go without a fight. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
Let's go.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. The bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
I like this hammer a lot, and this ability is nice. This
Ain't much kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand. Ain't always much to say. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
So this is our map. And each time we go somewhere, we look for cores, more cores.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart.
And this is an upgrade material for the gun that shoots bones. If you time your shield right, when you press shift, it basically deals damage.
If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squire's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard it pop that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30. Hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad. as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene to be sure. Moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. With a good length of meat-gut, that bow's like new again.
Where is the... Here he is. The stranger.
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Celandia. It was good living here for a while. Sometimes a single look says it all.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more and then call it a session.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure though.
Look at this art.
But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for them though. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery.
One moment.
Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips to get along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows.
There is a tower that shoots homing missiles thing. These quite need to be careful of these, I think.
Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back.
So the city was falling apart because the creature ate the core and it was digested or something.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far away.
Nice.
Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. In all this toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity? So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
Alright, let's call it a session. And let's continue next time. This game is really nice and I really like this art. And it's very pretty. So let's leave it for the next episode. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching it. I will see you later. Take care.